Christian, decent performance, decent win, all round, great afternoon for you.
Absolutely, all was great. I think, like you said, our performance, the result, the attitude from the 16 players, from the base out from the squad, coming to support their teammates, from the support of the academy, with the mascots, with all the supporters. Unbelievable, good one.
Some very good attacking football on show. It must have really pleased you to see the goals shared around by different players in the team.
Yeah, well, you know that we haven't got until the moment also not just one player as a goal scorer. We're sharing these goals. Before was a little bit Nick's responsibility because he finds actions, and then it's like one player that is not shy to try to finish all the actions that he has. Today it was Simen, it was Charlie Joy, it was a lot of players, and it's like happy because also they celebrate, they were so happy, it gives confidence for each one to score. Good one.
Debut goal for Simen Moller, obviously. His move here has been well publicised. Are you excited to have him?
He's working so hard in trainings. I'm so pleased to have him, of course. I think that he gives us a lot. In addition, he's a different profile of striker. I think that since he left today with Dave on the wing, they were combining so well. I was so happy. Having just only 3 trainings is not enough probably, but of course if he's here with us it's because we think that he could give as much as I hope also, as he hopes. I hope.
Red card this afternoon for HODDESDON. Incident was right in front of the dugout, just up there. What was your view of it?
You know that I usually don't comment anything, and it's like I think it was fair. It was just a second booking, and I think that nothing to say about it.
11 games unbeaten now for your side. Just how long can this run go on for?
Ask them. I haven't got the key, then it's like they've got the key. I think that as long as they won, let's see.
On to Crawley Green now, 4 home games. Well, this was the first one today, 4 home games in the space of 2 weeks. Have you got a specific points target in mind?
Just to win on Tuesday again. It's like we did today. I'm feeling confident because of the work that they are doing in every training. We came here, we've got the plan set up. What's going on despite the draw. On the second half, you check the performance, how we played, how we provoke, also how we force to them to play. The idea is to make the same against Crawley this next Tuesday. Thinking on next Tuesday, no further than. Let's see and try. We will put all our effort, to try to win.
Thanks very much, Christian.
You're welcome.
Simon, welcome to Biggleswade. Fantastic start to your time here.
Yeah, absolutely. It was great fun. Just lovely to get started. Been looking forward to it. Some cancelled games. Long time since I decided to come, so I've been very excited, and it's good to get the run going.
Can you tell us a little bit about your background as to how you came to arrive at the club?
Yeah, that's kind of a strange story because I'm actually retired. I used to play in the top league in Norway just for a year, and then the second best league for some years, and then I'll be playing at third level for that's my home club for 5 years, and after that I became a commentator for Norwegian TV. I'm commentating Premier League games and a reporter as well. So basically, when Guillaume Balaguer came over to visit us in Norway in our studio, he was like, "Yeah, maybe you should come over." And I thought it was just having a laugh, but here I am. So we decided, why not? Why not just get the boots back on and combinate, because I'm doing this and of course I'm doing work here as well.
So yeah, you're here for a couple of months at the very least. What are you hoping to achieve on the footballing side then?
I'm hoping to of course contribute to score goals for the team. That's it. Just help the team. I'm just thrilled by the way they've been welcoming me. It's just a nice club, a family club, what I'm used to really. Only football-wise, I'm here to score goals. That's it.
You settled in well with your new teammates?
Yeah, they're a lovely group. They speak quick English, with the slang and everything. So I'm trying to get used to it and understand. What? Sorry. It's a lot about getting used to them and they getting used to me on and off the pitch. But we're getting started, so it's just going to get better, I guess.
It played about 20 minutes today. So what was it like in terms of the standard? This is the 9th year of English football. What's it like compared to what you've experienced in Norway?
You know what? The physical bit was like the third level, I think. Listen, I haven't I haven't been playing since November, so maybe I'm a bit like rusty physically, but I felt that it was quite similar to the third level in Norway, but the quality is very difficult to say because the pitches here are quite poor. The ball is bouncing a lot, so I think these players are as good technical as the players I'm used to play with, but they aren't allowed to play beautiful football here. We are at home more because we have artificial pitches, so that's it. But I'm very surprised by the level.
Thanks very much, Simen, and all the best.
Thank you.
As a Christian, maybe not your best performance, but still a good solid win to keep the run going.
Well, performance, not agree at all. Then I think that the performance that we showed, it was quite okay. We fight too much, I think, and we ran too much. But yeah, of course, our style was not the best one. Our setup, we were so far from the setup that we prepared also. Then the opponent was a good one. I think that they didn't deserve to come with a 1-0 at the halftime, and I think that it's not fair 2-0 down at the end of the game. But that's football. We competed. Then it's like we played before these kind of games against Leighton Town, London Tigers, Edgeworth Town, having defeats and having draws also. Today I think that we're growing up as a team and we've got this winning mentality, and you can find these kind of games, and I prefer to win these kind of games, of course.
There must be, as you say, very encouraging to win when you're not necessarily playing your best.
Yeah, they know that they need to fight probably more than expected, that they need to run probably more than we like, and that we practice also. But as a player, I told them this kind of games that we have got now, next Saturday and also next week against MARGARETSBURY at home and away, we must give more probably than against HODDESDON, Hartford, Cockfosters, because it's a tough opposition also, but like they are below than us in the table. You know, as a player, it's like, well, you think that probably giving the 85-90% will be enough. And this team, if we are not giving the 150 every game, we're completely an easy team just to beat us.
It was a very well taken goal by Kane Farrell today. Can you assess his general contribution to the team?
He's a great defender. He's a great left back. He knows how to do it. Sometimes he takes too much risk, but because we encourage that also. His goal today saved us in the first half, because it was just also it was really difficult to open the goal, and he did it. His performance is always really regular. He's always a player that is giving absolutely all, and his defending skills are amazing. He knows how to control on set pieces, has got great responsibility, and also saving. I have got only good words for him.
Simen Moller came on as a second half substitute again. Is it just a case of gradually easing him into your plans, the way of playing here?
Yeah, I think so. Then the idea is just not to put pressure on himself. The idea is to don't put pressure also on their teammates. Well, it's like we're practicing, we are knowing how he plays, how he moves, what kind of passes are easier for him or not, and we're trying to know him in a short term, but it's being easy. I think that he's comfortable, changing room is comfortable also. He's going gradually, then he's patient. We're patient with him. We're not. I didn't expect that he arrived just and score 10 goals in the first three games. And it's like he had got the goal on last Saturday. He had got a clear chance today. I'm happy with the work that he's doing.
On to Saturday now, another game next Tuesday, next Saturday as well. Games coming very thick and fast. Will it be a case of a bit of rotation maybe?
It's funny this question, because the rotations in this league and in this level are natural rotations. We've got players off for war, off for suspension, off for holidays next weekend also. Then I'm not just planning any rotation just for minutes. We started today, except Josh, the same 11. The only change was Valin per Josh. But the idea for this Saturday, will be completely in the same way. Then it's like squad list is changing every weekend because of them also. Then will not be anything planned. Trust me.
12 games unbeaten, Christian. Well done.
Thank you. I hope to follow in the same role. I hope. Thank you.
Thanks. Christian, 0-0 draw. How did that end goalless tonight?
Don't know. Probably I don't like to use the word unlucky, but I think that today we deserve to use it. We create a lot of chances, at least second half, better than the first half. But well, at the end it's like that. If you don't score, goalie, they have got a good goalie also, and we were unlucky, I think, in some finishings because it was also ball bouncing, one crossbar. Well, that's football.
The second half was a much improved performance, as you say. What did you say to your players at half time?
We came from last Saturday performance and we were a little bit non-patient and on a rush also. Then in the first half, players tried to finish or to do the killer pass from the beginning of the last third. It was like I said, not too patient. We wanted to do too quick probably. The idea was to they play in a small pitch. And it's like the idea was to keep as wide as possible, switching much more, that all the actions came from switching actions from left to right to left, and also it allows you to find the pockets and the spaces in the center channel. And just being patient is not easy, and more when you are coming from a defeat like last Saturday, a difficult one, and not probably with a poor performance. But then it's like we don't do anything special, just probably fix these kind of things, and also our deliveries that were so important in the first half because of this rush. I think that we fail easy deliveries, easy passes. It's like just these kind of things.
Have you ever seen your team dominate like they did in the second half and fail to score? It really was incredible, one-way traffic at times.
I think we had got games like this before, and last year also. Like happened before, we are not a high scoring team, then it's like we're creating, we need to create also, we have to create a lot of chances to score at least once. When it's broken the score, then it's like when we score it's completely different the scenario, but it's difficult for us to open this score the first time. We had got a lot today, different players coming also from set pieces and all these things. Well, it's like, but it happened before this kind of games.
Did you miss David Wediono tonight?
Well, we've got different profiles. It's like we had got only Simen as a pure striker with us today, but no, I'm not missing anyone. At least you know that probably changing Simen and putting Dave on, you can give a different profile, and then also you can provoke a little bit unbalance on their defensive profile because he's a new player and with different skills also. But well, it's like we had got the players that we had then.
Same opposition on Saturday. Will there be any changes in terms of formation, line-up, tactics? Yeah,
will be changes because, like I told you 2 weeks ago about the natural rotations, then it's like we've got players going on holidays, we've got players working abroad also, then it will be normal change. We will not change anything about our formations. Like I think that we control all. We dominate them. If we are as fluent as we were in the second half, knowing that their pitches could struggle us, but we are not going to do too many inventions or variations thinking that could be an advantage for us.
Unlucky tonight, Christian.
Thank you.
Christian, enjoy that?
Happy guy.
Happy guy.
I'm a happy guy today. Yeah, I enjoyed a lot the game. Performance was superb from both halves. First half really well competed. Second half was great, also well controlled. I think we have got chances to have got more difference in the score, but I'm happy for the work and finally for the win. Clean sheet, coming from 2 bad results but with a good game, played with good games. Then I think that today it's well deserved to go into the final also.
Yeah, first cup final, I believe, for yourself. Are the players enjoying it in the change rooms?
Yeah, I think so. They were so happy. At least also because, like I said, we're coming from 2 league results, deserved for our mistakes, but from taking risk. And then, but we played well in Edgeworth. We played well against Leverstock. 2 defeats. I think that they didn't deserve at all. But with good performance today, good performance, good result, they're enjoying a lot. And also being like. Well, so Tuesday's games are not never easy, and today it was not easy, but they were great.
Yeah, and a different setup today. Seemed to tactically setting up with a 4-4-2. What's the reason behind that?
Just to play without wings, knowing how they play. Sam Goodman is doing our scouting work, and we focus a lot of effort in this. We put a lot of effort in Bulldog Town. We knew it was the semi-final. Then we had got 2 reports from them, and we know that their strength is in the midfield also area, in possession, out of possession. If we had the control of the midfield, we would have more chances, like I think that we showed today. And it was the idea just for this, avoiding our wings and putting more effort in the half, in the midfields.
Moving on to this weekend, a big match against some local rivals. How do you see that shaping up?
It will be the final again, previous final. Then league game. We won the 3 points. We play at home. We will try to set up as best as possible to get the best performance for the players and try to win the 3 points. That I'm missing 3 points since now 2 games on.
And what are your with the games remaining, the league games remaining for the end of the season? What the aims? How many are you looking to win?
2 in all.
2 in all.
I want to win all. I don't want to give a chance, not for a draw, not for a lose. Of course, then it's like the idea is to win all the games. Also, because we struggle. It's like we won. We haven't got no opponents from the top table now, from the top of the table, and we struggle always with this kind of low-level teams playing to avoid relegation. That they are playing for something really essential for them, and we're struggling. And it's like the idea is just to fight for the 3 points in all the games that we've got until the end of the season.
Fantastic. Thank you, Christian.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Christian, there's a bit of a disappointing dress rehearsal for the final of the North Beds Charity Cup coming up in a few weeks. Lost 2-1 today to STOTFOLD. How did you see it?
Well, I don't want to link the final with this game. That's a league game, and on a Saturday noon, and then we've got a final on 2nd May. It's too far from today. Then I don't want to link this game. We are the same opponents, but I'm sure that they will not play in the same way, and we will not play in the same way for sure after our defeat. And I don't want to link with this.
Credit to STOTFOLD today. They seem to come out to battle and stifle the game. How did you see that performance?
I don't think so. I think that just we were. It was our mistakes. Then we are trying to take risk wherever and whenever, and then first goal how it comes, their chances also. I think that the main thing is that we lost plenty of balls in the midfield area today. Plenty in the first half. In the second half, didn't help us to develop our game. But I don't think that STOTFOLD did. They deserve to win, of course, because it's like they were more clinical than us. We arrived also 3 times on a 1v1 in the first half. We didn't score, and also we scored when we scored the 1-2. It was completely game kill. I thought that it was like I don't know. Players were so negative today after the first half, but we were one of our worst versions today probably. But I don't think that they were the best team that came here and won the 3 points just because they deserve to win today, but because of us.
And taking some positives out of the game, Charlie Black, fantastic goal, striking with his left foot on the corner of the edge of the box into the top left-hand corner. He's been gradually working his way back into the team after his injury. How do you assess his performance today?
He's getting confident and he's going more and more. Happy for him, but with these kind of games don't help him neither. Just to try to be quiet and to try to think. He's more clever than I think that today. Also, he showed reading game, reading spaces, having advantage of these spaces. But despite this, he had a good performance. The goal for me is probably the last, because he missed 2 clear chances on the first half. Then I think it's not just to evaluate a player for scoring or not. I will not do it.
Yeah. And moving ahead to Tuesday's game, how do you see that one shaping up?
We've got now 4 league challenge, and all away except the London Tigers, but away against teams that we struggle, like we showed today, like we showed against Edgeworth Town, against Leverstock Green. Will not be easy. We won here the top level teams, and we're playing in a face-to-face against them, but I think that we took too much risk, but we will follow trying to take risk. It's the only thing that I told them. It's like, it's my responsibility because we are a risk team, and until 2nd May we will be a risk team. Then it's like on Tuesday we'll try to set up as best as possible, try to forget the Easter week, and come back from Leighton with 3 points. That's it.
Brilliant. Thanks, Christian.
You're welcome.
first win in 6 tonight. What was your assessment of tonight's game?
Well, I think that we deserve. We were. The main thing is that I was a little bit upset because we need a lot of chances to score. We created. We hit the target sometimes. Also, they've got a good goalkeeper. They're a good side. But happy for the 3 points and come back to the winning way.
Had a lot of chances today, as you said. Were you worried it was again going to be one of those days where you huffed and puffed but didn't quite break the opposition down?
I'm never expecting that we can win a game for more than 2 goals difference, because we didn't do it till now. Then I was not expecting this, because also when we had probably the first one of the season was the BALDOCK Town just 2 weeks ago. Was not expecting this. At least what we were looking for is the 3 points. We got it. It's the most important. But of course, that sometimes it's like just only for our performance. I think that we deserve more. But it's just the last third actions and the finishing actions. And it's like we have got this lack from goal scoring from the beginning of the season. It's not new now.
At times, the team has lacked goals this season. Will you be looking to address that over the summer?
I hope. We need to. Yeah, of course. It's something that we need to manage, and that I have got in mind, not only now, like I said from the beginning of the season. We've got offensive players, we've got good strikers, we've got probably the lack of a right wing from the beginning of the season. We've got attack players, attack midfielders, great ones. We create a lot of chances, not only in this game, through all season. But the main thing is that if you don't finish and if you don't score from all these chances, it's difficult to try to win any game.
Today was just your second win in 11 games. How would you explain the team's recent poor form? What do you put it down to?
I think that the last month has been, probably more than a month. When you're not fighting for the championship and you're in a comfortable position, you can provoke a challenge like we did to try to get the 4th position. But in this kind of level, it's difficult, and the players are like just thinking that probably the target is also to win the cup final next week, and then it's difficult. Also, you're playing against teams that are trying to avoid relegation, and it's like for them each game is a live game. And also I think that we lost some games that we didn't deserve, because also we conceded stupid mistakes, single responsibilities. We had got one on the last minute today from Marsh, from the captain. You cannot control this. I think performance is okay, attitude is okay, but sometimes it's like this kind of things could happen. Happens in professional teams, then imagine what can happen here.
Do you think the league should look at maybe introducing some playoffs, like you're talking about targets? Do you think a playoff system would improve the league?
Could be an option. I think it's not fair from a 22 league teams that only the champion promote. I think it's not fair, because we've got good sides in this league. Not just talking about ourselves, but like Hartford, like Cook Forsters this season, like Wembley that will finish if we allow them on 4th on Saturday, on 4th position. I think that kind of playoff just to get 2 teams promoted could make better, more competitive, and probably that you can fight for something till the last 5 games also. Then it will help us also for all clubs, I think.
Off to Wembley now, last league game of the season. Is it important to continue building momentum ahead of that big cup final next week?
Absolutely, and then it's like I'm not linking with the cup final either. What I want is just to win the 3 points on Wembley. They won here, and then it's like, this kind of challenge that I want to came back from London with 3 points to finish the season with the best flavour that we can.
And obviously tonight was the last game at Second Meadow this season, so what was your overall assessment of the football played this season at the home of Biggleswade United?
Football was okay, our performance I think was okay. We're okay, we were competitive here, we had got a good winning mentality if we compare with last season, but we dropped 2 match points against mid-low table teams, a lot. I can't remember all names, like STOTFOLD, Leighton Town, Edgeworth Town, London Tigers we draw here at home also. If you want to fight for something, you cannot allow that. Then it's like we beat here London Colney, Cook Forsters, we draw against Hartford, we beat HODDESDON. It's 50-50 I think. I was happy, but there's plenty of games against this kind of teams that don't allow to play, and that try to struggle with all team completely
dropped and trying to provoke you and all these things, we left a lot of points. Then I can be half happy.
Thanks very much, Christian.
Okay, you're welcome. Thank you.